All right, I'm in hive number 2, the big ergo. So I don't have room for this anymore in the top feeder. I got this little Govee one, which is a little bit thinner and about 1/3 the size. So I'm gonna try to fit it in here with all the feed. Of course, the way that they designed the it's got these buttons that kind of interfere, but I think that's going to fit right there. That's some honey from my first cutout that I did in it was June, the last of it. And then this one, I don't know, I'm going to see if I could put it inside here. I'll have to stop. I'm just holding by hand. Probably gonna have to use another Govee. I don't know if I'd slip down. I wish it would. I've got another sensor down just on the bottom of the top here. There's my dog neighbors. These dogs, I mean, I'm a dog lover, but there's 3 bulldogs. And they start at about 8:30 in the morning when their masters leave them outside. And it's like a fence fight for an hour or two. Anytime anybody walks by, I mean, they'll just start barking once their owners leave, and they won't shut up. I'm gonna have to go have a chat with the neighbor because it's like so annoying. It's not fair. Anyway, I'm gonna add some more insulation on the top and sides to get the condensing hive working better. It's pretty good. I opened it up. It's not wet on the frames. So I'm just gonna add more, try to keep the temperatures up because it's actually too much of a hive. I don't think I could remove that super. I think there's more bees than the one super, but the 2 mediums or the 2 regular size boxes, it cools down. It's like in the top, like 68 degrees, around there. I kind of want to keep the whole thing warmer, so we're gonna add some more insulation. All right, so I'm putting one right in the bottom of this, and it's gonna go on frame 8 or 9, I mean. They're doing a little bit of work. Let's see here what they're doing in here. I gotta remember that's number 4. I'll have to rename that. Let's see what's going on. These gals actually got quite a bit of resources. I could probably just put a R30 cap on this thing and remove the feeder, but here's a frame that's nothing. I took a couple frames out and gave it to this other hive over here. Anyway, so I'm gonna push it back. Yeah, looking good. Anyway, all right, it's too cold to be playing. Actually, it's probably 65. I don't know, what's it say? What's the hive say? 67, that says, and that one says 70. So it's definitely got an influence from the box, because this is on vent mode. So the microphone, but yeah, almost warm enough to be in here. And this hive over here is going crazy. I hope that's new ones hatching, doing orientations. Actually, I think it is. There was a bunch of brood that looked like it was about ready to pop a couple days ago. Anyway, all right, I gotta put it back together. I got some like 2-to-1 syrup for them. I'm gonna feed both hives that as well. All right, so we're popping it back in. We get our oil traps, because I did find 2 hive beetles in this hive. What was this thing way over? This is a 9 frame, and they're building it out fat. So they were already building it fat, so I pretty much had to go to the 9 from the 10. And I've got a temperature sensor, humidity sensor right on the bottom of this middle frame, which is empty, but there's all sorts of stuff. In fact, right below there's brood, and I could tell that by opening this. And you see there's brood coming up around 8, 9, and 10. Any surprises? We've got water, but it's a condensing hive. There's some varroa, not a lot. I'll have to do a count. I don't see any larvae, I don't see any hive beetles. And that's good. So, anyway, need to button them up. I gotta give them some syrup, but I'm gonna put the lid back on. Ooh, there's one that just got stuck in the oil trap. With that, I'm gonna have to get a sting. Let me see if I can do that. So I don't know, this bee may be too ill, but I need a sting on my finger. We'll see if it'll give me one. Let's see here. Where'd the camera? Let's see here. Come on. Yep, it'll comply. He gave me a sting. See that? And that's where I have, it was a dying bee anyway, so I don't like to use bees that aren't dying. So I got that, and I'm gonna let that wiggle for about 20 minutes or so before I take it out. That'll help my arthritis. I guess I can't switch while I'm live. All right, these ones are busy. This thing is completely full of bees, and they're pretty excited about the honey that they're harvesting. And they're chewing up the parchment paper too. So a quick peek inside. Here's a peek. Looking pretty happy. See where they tear up that parchment paper. What you doing, ladies? Look at you guys. There's some parchment paper hanging down that they're working on. They like to clean up. Very tidy. All right. A lot of young ones, so they are hatching out. I think we got some first-time flyers out there today. Right now it's calmed down. But a while ago, there was a mob out here. So I'm going to put some heavy syrup over here. Now the heavy syrup is a little bit, this is like 2 to 1 or more. Look how thick that is. Unfortunately, the bees have a harder time not getting stuck in it. It's kind of like almost like honey. It's funny, they make honey and they live on honey, but look, there's already bees coming up. They already smelled it. Now don't jump in. It's not a swimming pool. Look at it, they're already there. Let me see if I can turn the light on. I was dumping the last bit in. Let me see if I can turn that light on. Put some light on the subject, but they're already climbing up over the ladder. I don't know if this helped or hurt, but yeah, I got the light on now. This is like 30 seconds ago, and they're already smelling it. I'm gonna try to drip the last bit of the sugar in. Wow. I'm looking at their ladder. Are they going down and taking zips yet? Zips of sugar? These ones are busy. They're full. I was gonna try to put some fresh comb in there, but they're already still working on it. Yeah, it was so thick that it didn't even all disintegrate. I didn't weigh it, but I put 1,000 milligrams of water, boiled it, and let's see. And I filled it up past the 2,000 milliliter. It was almost at the top, so I'm gonna say close to a 2 to 1. I didn't weigh it, it was by content. Probably more than that. If I did it by weight, busy bees. And they're already in here zipping it. Let me see if they're zipping on this side. It's always on the front of the hive, which makes me a little bit leery. Because if I was a robber, I'd come in through the entrance and go right up the front and in to get the goodies. And then skedaddle. Let's look here. The whole thing came up. They're working it. Oh, there's a little natural bee, or a native bee. Look at that. Or is that a fly? That's a fly. Get out of here. And there's my little Govee thermometer. Oh, this is coming loose. Here we go. It's coming loose. They may be ready for some fresh stuff. Unfortunately, probably crushing some on the bottom there. I'm gonna fix this. Get them back buttoned up. This stuff's about done. I could get back into the top and put some fresh honey in. I'll warm some up for them. I'm gonna lift this because I probably got a bunch of them. Well, it's paper on the bottom, but I probably got some pinned. I'm gonna try to unpin them. I did a count. I'm gonna count 14, and then these little black little things. I think it's poop. So I wonder if that is. Don't you land there? There's a varroa mite down there, and it's all on this one side. Of course, I just put. Get out of there. Just put feed in there, so I'm not going to open it back up. I'm wondering if the moths make that poop, the larva, because I did find a moth larva down here like 2 days ago. I'll clean this off. 14 mites. They got some like at least 2 to 1 sugar, and they're about out of the honeycomb, but they're like working it. I should just replace it, but there's so many bees up there. They're gonna clean it up, and then I can put it in a swarm trap. Okay, toodles.